You're watching ABC7 News at 5:30.
Welcome back. School starts in Sarasota County next week, and those students may see a substitute teacher on the first day back.
Although they filled around 140 teaching positions this summer, the district still has about 95 that are vacant. District officials say they see vacancies like this every year, mostly due to people retiring. They say there aren't as many applicants as in years past because fewer people are going to college to become teachers. One reason also could be because of the pay.
Unfortunately, our critical shortage areas, math and science, they're also finding jobs maybe higher paying in the private industry. So we're competing with everyone on tech jobs, math jobs, science jobs.
The district says about 40 teachers are still going through the hiring process. Those people will start off as substitutes, and once they're approved, they'll become that classroom's full-time teacher.
Close to 16,000 students will be riding the bus every day in Manatee County. That's almost 3 million miles a year for those school buses alone. Manatee County bus drivers are taking their buses out for a ride this week, getting acquainted with the roads and new routes. School bus technicians are also making sure the entire fleet of over 200 buses are in tip-top shape. A new technology will be used on all school buses to make it easier for drivers when picking up students. It's a tablet, or what the district is calling a mobile data terminal.
That allows the driver to check off students when they pull up to a stop. It has a list of their students to help them better get associated with their students. It also allows us to, anytime that if there was an unfortunate accident, we would know who's on that bus at any given time.
Well, there's also a new technology for parents this year, an app called Where's the Bus, to allow parents to track the bus that their child is on in real time.
And Sarasota police are reminding drivers of some safety tips to keep in mind next week. Allow extra time to travel and watch for other cars, pedestrians, bicycle riders, and school buses. Also, buckle up. Make sure all passengers, especially the children, are too. Pay attention to crossing guards and obey school zones. Stop for all school buses when the side stop sign is out and the red lights are flashing. And don't speed. Fines for speeding in a school zone and passing a school bus can be very expensive.
Well, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for a look at our first alert forecast. Bob.
And a few showers around earlier today, folks. I hope you're having a great day. We had some nice sunshine throughout most of the morning, and then a few clouds this afternoon, along with a few showers, especially into Bradenton near Palmetto. And now heading into Northport. You'll notice how this line is weakening, though. We had a tremendous amount of lightning strikes right over Charlotte Harbor, and now just a few in the last 5 minutes or so. I want to keep an eye on that bigger storm to the southeast of that in central Charlotte County. Right now, the rain near Northport, near Port Charlotte, and to the north, a little bit of rainfall along I-275 near the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. The rain that had been over Bradenton and Palmetto has now since moved on. West Price Boulevard getting some rain, stretching out toward 41. Not a lot of lightning now. That means that storm is weakening as it pushes off to the northwest. At 10, we had some pretty big downpours in a short period of time near Bayshore Gardens, 2/10 of an inch. Parrish up to a half inch to an inch in some isolated areas. Bradenton also a half inch to nearly an inch in just a short period of time. Not everyone got it, but we got some around. The wind is in all different directions right now because of the wind coming out of those storms, but generally an east wind expected throughout the day tomorrow, and hopefully that helps things out as it did today with the red tide. It will start to veer more toward the west, though, as we move into the late afternoon as a result of the sea breeze developing, and so we will see that west winds start to pick up again, more so as we head into Thursday and Friday, as that'll be our predominant wind. We'll have much more on that coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
Bob, thank you. In just 6 days, the officers hired for Sarasota County School District's new police force will step onto campus ready to serve and protect your children.
Tonight, 14 officers and 2 sergeants will get the stamp of approval from the school board and will be ready to put on the badge and uniform come Monday. ABC7's Jess Dowdrick met some of those new officers today. She joins us live from Tuttle Elementary to introduce you to some of them. Jess?
Jacqueline Scott, 25 school resource officers have already been hired by Sarasota County School District, although 14 of them will be the only ones ready to step into the classroom on Monday. But administrators want parents to rest assured knowing that each of these officers have an average of 23 years of law enforcement experience. These new officers have done everything from working on the counterterrorism task force in New York City to SWAT teams and undercover narcotics work. Altogether, the team has 544 years of experience. 14 of the new school resource officers are from Florida, another 11 from up north or out west.
When I did retire from the police department, everybody asked me if I missed policing. And the one thing I did miss was working in the school with the children. That was my passion. That's why I did it for 18 years.
I think the dynamics of law enforcement are constantly changing. And with Sarasota County recognizing the need to focus on our children, that to me was very important and very exciting to be a part of.
Those remaining 11 officers and 1 sergeant that aren't ready to step into the classrooms yet on Monday, they're still finishing up some training. They're also going through what's called the Crossover Academy. So when you come from another state, even though you already went through the police academy and have your certification, you have to take a class to transfer that certification to Florida. Reporting live at Tuttle Elementary, Jess Dowdrick, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Jess, thank you. And now to the search for missing Iowa college student Molly Tibbetts. Her father now saying he believes his daughter is alive and with someone that she knows. ABC's Emily Rao tells us more about the search for Tibbetts, now nearing its 3rd week.
20-year-old Molly Tibbetts hasn't been seen since July 18th. Despite a 6-figure reward and hundreds of tips, the frantic search for the University of Iowa sophomore continues.
It's frustrating for us, and it's particularly frustrating for the family and friends of Molly.
And now Molly's father sharing a new theory about her disappearance.
Molly is with someone who she knows, and probably someone who cares about her, but that relationship was misguided, misinterpreted, and went wrong.
It's a scenario investigators say they have no evidence to back up, and Rob Tibbetts admits could be wrong.
I'm obviously pretty distraught about this whole thing. What I think may or may not add up to anything that's true.
Police believe Molly went for a jog around 7:30 p.m. wearing a pink sports top, shorts, and running shoes. When she didn't show up for work the next day, her coworkers got worried.
To kind of see her fall off the grid like this is it's just bizarre.
And now 20 days later, friends, family, and police still desperate to find her.
In a community like Brooklyn, everyone knows everyone and everybody sees everything. And so someone knows what's happened.
Police say the boyfriend Molly was living with for this summer is not a suspect. They are also working to get information from the Fitbit she was wearing on that jog. Emily Rao, ABC News, New York.
Closer to home, police are asking anyone who had contact with a Bradenton man to come forward after they reportedly uncovered child pornography. Police say they found child porn inside Miguel Angel Bonilla Rivera's apartment after raiding his home with the FBI. Police also say the 24-year-old admitted to using social media accounts to upload, download, and view child porn. Anyone who's had contact with him is asked to contact Bradenton Police. He's now currently being held at the Manatee County Jail.
The downtown Venice beautification project is starting to come together. Here's some little experts with an update on how that construction is going.
Looking at the front loader right there.
Oh, there's a front loader. Oh, here he comes. What else is going on?
There's an excavator right there. He just smashed down those piled roads.
He smashed up the road? And are they digging a big hole?
Yeah.
And they're putting big pipes in there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? What do you think? Are they doing a good job?
Yeah.
Well, eastbound West Venice Avenue is still closed to traffic. Crews are doing underground work, including completing several storm drain crossings under westbound Venice Avenue. But the westbound lanes will be open every evening, and this work is anticipated to be completed by the weekend. I don't know about you, Scott. I'm pretty impressed with that little kid's knowledge of an excavator and
he knew
front loader.
all those trucks. Definitely he did, yeah. The big machinery there. Still to come in your Suncoast News, after a summer full of recalls, how to protect yourself and your family from salmonella.
Plus some tips to stay healthy while exercising in the summer heat.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 20% on our beautiful light finishes during the California Closet's Shades of White event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
From the moment she walked in the door, we stopped having to go to the pharmacy. Certain prescriptions, my health plan or the pharmacy wasn't even able to get here. And hospice provided them, and all we had to do was call up, and the next thing they know, there was another, delivery.
Sarasota Oxygen and CPAP is the largest locally owned CPAP supply company in the area. Is it time to replace your old equipment? The staff at Sarasota Oxygen and CPAP can show you the most up-to-date CPAP equipment and supplies to meet your sleep apnea needs, including portable travel devices and the SoClean automatic CPAP sanitizer. We serve all of Southwest Florida, giving the highest quality of care with the finest CPAP equipment. Please visit our website, sarasotacpap.com.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Another pair of satisfied emotions. Looks to me like elation and maybe some amazement. It's part of the Honda Summer Spectacular event experience. You could say satisfaction comes standard here, just like the Honda Accord comes standard with a luxurious, roomy interior. All at the Honda Summer Spectacular event.
We see it all the time.
Visit your local Honda dealer and test drive the Honda Accord, 2018's North American Car of the Year.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 20% on our beautiful light finishes during the California Closet's Shades of White event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
McDonald's salads, Ritz crackers, Kellogg's Honey Smacks cereal. With mounting outbreaks and recalls, it seems to be the summer of salmonella. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention warns salmonella that thrives in the summer. Warmer weather and unrefrigerated foods create ideal conditions for that bacteria to grow. James Rowbottom has 4 simple steps to help you and your family stay safe.
First up, clean. Wash your hands and kitchen surfaces with warm, soapy water for 20 seconds before and after handling food.
Make sure that you are cleaning or switching knives or cutting boards in between handling raw meat and raw produce.
Do not wash raw meats before cooking or you risk spreading the germs. Separate.
From the time you pick up your food at the market, you'll want to keep it separated.
Keep the separation going when you store your food in the fridge and freezer. Cook. Use a food thermometer to make sure everything is properly cooked.
You want to reach a safe internal temperature of chicken or red meat to make sure that you're killing any bacteria that might be present there.
Finally, chill.
So you want to make sure that your refrigerator is at 40 degrees or below for storing those foods.
The CDC recommends putting food away within 2 hours or toss it. For today's Health Minute, I'm James Rowbottom.
Can being physically active in the heat also pose a risk? If you aren't drinking enough water to keep up with the fluid lost in sweat, your body can get too hot and become dehydrated. Playing sports, exercising, doing yard work were among the most common causes of heat-related emergency room visits, according to one 2011 study. What you wear can really help you feel cooler during a summer workout. Protect yourself from the sun's rays too by wearing sunscreen with an SPF of 40 or higher. I wear a big hat to keep the sun off my head. And if you notice any signs of dehydration or heat-related illness, take a break, find some shade or a cool room, and drink enough water.
Now your ABC7 First Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
And the heat is on today. We had a lot of sunshine out there and a few showers. You'll see the Van Wezel webcam back in operation, showing a little bit of a shower activity going on by. There goes one right along Longboat Key and Lido, and that has since moved on. We show these pictures that were sent in to our ABC7 station here at Turtle Beach. Devin saying that this walk down the beach today, much better as far as the red tide goes. Hardly any dead fish reported, and a nice offshore breeze keeping the harmful impacts away. This one was taken on Monday from Johnny, and Johnny working out there in the south end of Longboat Key, getting that picture of all the dead fish right there in the boating channel where they launched the boats there. And today, a totally different story. So the south end of Longboat Key looking a little better. So hopefully it stays that way. The east wind has been prevalent all day long, and we are looking at a little bit of a west sea breeze that has kicked in, causing some showers to break out. You can see that activity there, but notice the outflow boundary heading off toward Wauchula. Not very active right now. There's not a lot of moisture in the atmosphere to work with at this point. There is a little bit more down to our south, and you can see that rainfall, which was heavy at times into Charlotte Harbor, is now turned into one lone shower near Northport, starting to move away from Northport along I-75, and some stronger cells now into Punta Gorda, stretching off toward Port Charlotte. Port Charlotte, you'll get some of that rainfall from that. Right now down to street level we go. West Price Boulevard, I-75, some rain. North Sumter Boulevard, Sylvania Avenue, getting some pretty heavy rainfall right now. Should not be around for maybe 10-15 minutes, then moving on. That dry air is starting to thin out a little bit. Still overhead though. We'll still see a few showers tomorrow, a few scattered pop-up showers in the afternoon and evening, it looks like we've seen over the past couple of days. That wind from some of the buoys staying brisk out of the east offshore, anywhere from 10 to 15 miles an hour at times, and there's no real west wind at all, and that's a good sign at this point, but that's soon to change. As we talked about earlier, that west wind will eventually return throughout most of the day, beginning on Thursday and lasting through the weekend. So tonight, a few showers offshore winding down, and then to start the day off, lots of sunshine, that east wind continuing with a sea breeze developing in the afternoon, pushing the showers mainly to the east tomorrow. That's when the sea breeze will start to kick in, and you'll start to see a little bit more of that happening on Thursday and Friday. Not much chance for rainfall, though. The rain chances will be dropping down to around 20% to 30% over the next few days. Well, in the Atlantic, we have our fourth named storm of the season, Debbie. Not really a tropical system, extra tropical, if you will, moving off to the north right now. Not expected to last too much longer as it moves into some cooler water over the North Atlantic. Temperature right now 90 in Orlando. It's 87 in Sarasota, the same as the Gulf water temperature. A bit warmer in Arcadia and into actually into Wauchula at 98. That's what it feels like right now. Mayaca City, it feels like 100. And currently some clouds around, some light rain at the airport, not cooling things down all that much. And the high today was 91, 1 degree above our average, and the low also running 1 degree above average. South winds turn to the southwest, 5 to 10 knots. Seas will be 1 to 2 feet with a light chop on the bays and inland waters. A forecast for the next 7 days, 30% chance on Wednesday, 20% chance for a few morning showers on Thursday and Friday near the coast, inland storms later on in the day, and that plays out through the weekend as well. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Time now to check your first alert traffic for the drive home. US 301 is backed up in the northbound lanes between State Road 70 and University Parkway. Some minor backups also heading south just between State Road 70 and 63rd Avenue East. Scott?
Southwest Airlines beginning its new daily nonstop service between Tampa and Los Angeles today. Southwest currently serves 34% of the airport's annual passengers. The LAX route expands the airline service from Tampa to the West Coast. The route will fly once a day between those two cities. Depending on what day you book your flight, you can get a round-trip ticket for less than $350. Good deal. This route adds to both Delta Airlines and Spirit Airlines' existing service to LAX.
Passenger traffic at Florida's busiest airport is up almost 7% in the first 6 months of 2018. Orlando International Airport reported having more than 24 million travelers in the first half of this year. Most of those passengers came from within the United States, an increase of 6%. International travelers accounted for more than 3 million passengers, an increase of 11%. Orlando International Airport is Florida's busiest airport and the 11th busiest in the nation.
Allegiant Air is looking to hire 50 new employees for ground services operations at St. Pete Clearwater International Airport. The company will host a hiring event this Saturday at 9 a.m. at the Spring Hill Suites on Ulmerton Road in Clearwater. The airline says qualified candidates could be hired on the spot. All interested candidates should RSVP in advance by emailing recruitment@allegiantair.com by Thursday.
This year, Bright Futures Medallion scholars will have their scholarships increased to cover 75% of tuition and fees, which is up from a prior scholarship amount that covered about half of the cost. Tuition and fees average more than $210 per credit hour at the larger state universities. Medallion scholars will also be able to use their merit-based scholarships for summer classes in 2019. That expansion is all part of a record $519 million Bright Futures program approved this year by lawmakers and Governor Rick Scott.
Stay with us. Your entertainment news is coming up next.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 20% on our beautiful light finishes during the California Closet's Shades of White event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
If you think it's hot outside, just wait until you see even hotter savings inside. Only at Rugs As Art Hot Summer Savings Sale event will you find the lowest prices on a vast selection of stunning rugs, furniture accents, and accessories. This special event only happens once a year, so hurry in before the best selections are gone. The Hot Summer Savings event ends soon, so don't miss out on the best prices ever. Rugs As Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value, great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
It's rainy season on the Suncoast. Storms can pop up at a moment's notice. Sometimes it's just rain. Sometimes it's much worse. When severe weather strikes, trust ABC7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 20% on our beautiful light finishes during the California Closet's Shades of White event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
In the new issue of Vogue, Beyonce talks about how her health and the health of her twin babies was in danger. She says that at the end of her pregnancy, she was swollen from toxemia, on bed rest for a month, and weighed 218 pounds. She even had to have an emergency C-section. After Rumi and Sir were born, Beyonce says they spent weeks in the NICU, and it took her quite a while to bounce back from that major surgery. The twins celebrated their first birthday in June. Meanwhile, Serena Williams also opening up about her battle with postpartum emotions. The tennis star has struggled on the court recently as well. She suffered the heaviest defeat of her career last week. Williams also pulled out of this week's Rogers Cup. The 36-year-old athlete shared her feelings on Instagram. She wrote that she was, quote, in a funk and has been struggling with feeling like she's not a good mother. She says postpartum emotions can last up to 3 years.
Lady Gaga is heading to Las Vegas for a residency and is offering fans 2 kinds of shows. The singer will kick off the first of 27 performances at the Park Theater on December 28th. Lady Gaga Enigma will highlight the pop star's biggest and most upbeat hits, while Lady Gaga Jazz and Piano will feature more stripped-down songs. Tickets go on sale August 13th. The 32-year-old also stars in a remake of A Star is Born alongside Bradley Cooper, who also directed and co-wrote that film. That opens in theaters on October 5th.
My Becca, will you marry me?
Well, 28 men battled it out for Becca's heart, but in the end, it was Garrett who ended up putting a ring on it, beating out Blake. Garrett was the last man standing until he got down on one knee. Becca calling it the hardest decision of her life, while runner-up Blake was ready to propose and marry Becca. The Bachelorette had other plans.
I think that there's just a better fit for us out there.
I can make a mistake. I don't think anybody can make you as happy as I can.
Well, 10 weeks earlier, now fiance Garrett and Becca had an instant connection. He snagged the first impression rose. Last night, the two finally made their public debut as a couple, both beaming and dishing about plans for the future.
So I guess Blake is the next Bachelor, right? Well, the winning bidder of the Brady Bunch house is HGTV. Former NSYNC member Lance Bass initially thought his offer on the house from the 1970s TV series was the winning bid, but Bass later learned the offer had been rejected for a more lucrative bid from an unidentified corporate buyer. Well, this morning it was revealed HGTV is the new owner of the home. Network execs say they plan to restore the home to its 1970s glory as only HGTV can. And I hope that includes a beautiful orange kitchen with that kind of green color from the 70s
Total
appliances.
70s there.
Oh yeah.
I know. I was actually thinking when I saw that HGTV won that bid, I was excited about that because you know they'll do a really good job at refurbishing it.
We need AstroTurf in the backyard, right? I got a list.
We'll send it to them. There we go. We'll stay with us. We'll be right back with more news and weather.